Our third and final video on home ownership is going to look at affordability. Our objective? We want to solve problems involving how much you can afford to spend for your monthly mortgage payment. All right, so general advice from financial advisors. And different financial advisors have different advice on this, but we'll use these numbers. But these, generally we're going to be around these numbers from financial advisors. This is not set in stone by any stretch of the imagination. So your general advice says that you should spend no more than 28% of your gross monthly income for your mortgage payment. Okay? I've also seen, obviously this is very close to 30%. I think I've seen that maybe is a bit more popular because 30% is a nice round number. But we're going to use this, okay? Spend no more than 28% of your gross monthly income for your mortgage payment, which of course is also monthly. And in addition to that, you should spend no more than 36% of your gross monthly income for all of your debt, okay, which includes your mortgage payment, a car payment if you have one, a student loan payment if you have one, a monthly medical payment if you have one. So generally I've seen this one probably more like 33%, but generally what we're saying here is all of your debt should be no more than 30% of your gross monthly income. The mortgage portion of that debt should be no more than 28% of your gross monthly income. So let's do some math and see what this means. I'll keep that up there if I can. Okay, so suppose your gross annual income is $35,000. Okay, so that's an annual income. And all of these are based on monthly. So what's your gross monthly income? Okay, well, obviously your gross monthly income is going to be your gross annual income divided by 12 because there are 12 months in a year. And I rounded this to the nearest dollar. And that's approximately $2,917. So you're bringing home with a $35,000 a year job. For gross, the monthly income you're bringing home, gross is $2,917 is your gross monthly income. Okay, so now because these two formulas are based on the gross monthly income, we can now calculate them. What is the maximum amount you should spend each month on a mortgage payment? And that should be the word on, okay, on a mortgage payment. Well, you should spend no more than 28%, okay, so the maximum amount would be 28%. So let's see here, 28% of your gross monthly. $2,917, and that is approximately, if you do the math, $817. Okay, so again, according to this rule here, this general advice, if your gross monthly income is $2,917, your mortgage payment should the maximum amount of your mortgage payment should be $817. It should be $817 or less. This is the maximum amount you should be spending on a mortgage. Okay, what's the maximum amount you should spend on all of your debt? Again, including a car payment, including a student loan payment if you have one, all these other monthly payments you may be making as debt. Okay, credit card debt perhaps. Well, they say it should be 36% of your gross monthly payment, your gross monthly income. So 36% of $2,917, and that's approximately $1,050. Okay, so again, if if you're bringing home, if you have gross monthly income of $29,717, the max you should be spending on all of your debt is $1,050. Of the $1,050, the max you should spend on your mortgage is $817. Let's just go over here and note that $1,050 is your max of all debt. Okay, $817 is your max of mortgage. We'll subtract that. So this is saying that you have a maximum of $233, max of non-mortgage, M-O-R-T, debt. Okay? All right, so that's just general, some general advice from financial advisors to keep your spending under control. These numbers are not fixed in stone; they're just the ones that we're using. Okay, letter D here. Okay, says, let's suppose your mortgage payment is less than the maximum. In fact, it's only 80% of the maximum you can afford. Well, this means you have more money available for the other debt. If this number is smaller, you have more money available for non-mortgage debt. What is the new maximum amount you should spend for each month for all other debt? This is currently the maximum amount if you max out your mortgage, but if you're not going to max out your mortgage, this number can go up. Well, let's see here. Okay, so instead of spending $817 for your mortgage, okay, you're spending 80% of that. You're spending less. So, the word so just says 10. Okay, so 80% of $817, you are spending $654 on your mortgage. Okay, well, if you're only going to spend $654 on your mortgage, that frees up additional money that can go to non-mortgage debt as the maximum amount of that. A nicer car, perhaps. Maybe you could ramp up your student loan payments. If you have credit card payments you need to be making, that type of thing. So we know your max debt is, again, 36% of the gross monthly income, which is $1,050 in this example. Your max debt is $1,050. If you only spend $654 on your mortgage payment, your monthly payment on your mortgage, G-A-G-E, this leaves you with a maximum of, well, $1,050 minus the $654, which equals a maximum of $396 for all other debt, which is obviously, that's about $170 more than you had if you had maxed your mortgage out. Okay, if you can get a mortgage that's less costly per month, well, that means you have more money you can spend on non-mortgage debt and stay within the 36% financial advice done and calculated this way. Okay, so you'll have $396 for all other debt. So there's a little bit about how much you can afford based upon your salary for a mortgage.